Welcome to my YouTube channel NCRT Mitra. In previous two videos, we already discussed about the Indian agriculture, their problem and green regulation as well. In this video, actually we are going to discuss the crops, that is the food crops. Food crops, why it is food crops? Because we are all get this, okay? Every day, you can say that we survive on this only. So that's why it is the food crop, okay? Food crop among them, first we want to discuss that is the rice. Okay, rice, perhaps you can see that the rice is one of the most important food crop of India. This is the main person who are living in the Bengal, person who are living in the UP, Bihar, Punjab, Haryana and southern India, they fully depend on the rice only. But before starting, we should know the geographical condition for the rice cultivation. For you can say that is the temperature between 22 to 30 degree centigrade with the high humidity, rainfall around it is the high rainfall intensity crops. Perhaps you can see 150 centimeter to 300 centimeter rainfall. Soil type, it can be deep clay or the loamy soils can be very suitable for this kind of you consider agriculture. Top producing state, perhaps you can say in my screen, that is the West Bengal, then Punjab, then UP, then Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. Okay, so this is the most, you can see, the staple food all over in the majority population of India, and it is the second largest producer of the rice in the world after the China. So China has the first position for the production of the rice in the world. Okay, so after that Sri Lanka. India states like Assam, West Bengal, Odisha, these are the three states. They are even the paddy at the grown in a year, and these are the Au, Shamun and Boro. Okay, Au, Shamun and Boro, these are the main particular type of the rice variety of the rice that can be. National Food Security, you can see the mission, then the hybrid rice seed production and the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana are the few government initiative has been taken to you can say the development of the rice cultivation. Okay, so perhaps you can see, so production already the first production, you can say, perhaps according to your book, that is West Bengal is the first position, then the UP, then you can see the Andhra Pradesh and Punjab, Bihar. So these are the states continuously, these are changing actually year by year. So so these are the main thing we have to understand. Then we have to discuss about the major production area. If you can see in background, that is the West Bengal, you can see the 13.8%, then the 13.3%, UP, Andhra Pradesh 12.2%, Punjab perhaps 10% only, then Tamil Nadu 7%. Okay, Bihar 6.8%, Chhattisgarh, okay, Chhattisgarh even 5.7%, Odisha 5.5%, Assam 4.2%, Karnataka 3.7%, and other state perhaps you can know that is a 17.18%. So most of the three states perhaps you can see in my diagram or the pie diagram, there you can see West Bengal is the 13.8%, UP or Uttar Pradesh 13.3%. Only some points are different between the West Bengal and Bihar. Then come to Andhra Pradesh 12.2%. Okay, so this thing we have to understand about states. If you can state wise, there you can say the deep blue color, that West Bengal is the first position, then UP, then Punjab. Okay, so these are the states. Then come to the here you can say the Bihar. So all the states I have been shown that which is the state is the biggest rice producer in India. So these are, if you must see, stop the video and you can resume the video and you can see easily that what is the production condition. So we have to also compare this data with our neighboring countries, that is the China. Okay, so China is the largest producer. Perhaps we already discussed that China is the largest producer in the world and accounts for the 1/3 of the total production of the world. Okay, so USA, Canada, they never take this rice, but the Chinese people, Southeast Asia mainly, their staple food is the rice only. Okay, from the rice they can make different type of the items. Okay, and Bengalis, we cannot survive without the rice. Okay, so this thing we have to understand. It's the staple food of the South and Central China, and where it is the ground is the every available cultivable land. I mean, whatever the land is there, so they cultivate over there. So a heavy pressure on the population, because China is the loudest time, is the largest, we can see the country according to the population. So to feed this country, actually their huge production play a vital role. Rice production play a vital role for the production of rice. Okay, so this thing we have to understand. Major rice areas of the South China, Wangho Valley, perhaps you know, where the humid and subtropical climate, and you can see the mild winters and the hot summer enables for the summer, you can see the farmers to grow the rice in the year. So these are the area of in central China, perhaps growing of the China shorter. In the 300 days only one crop is raised over there. So in the central China, that only the one crops you can see the producer there. Perhaps southern China, there's a Huanghe Valley, one of the main river, Huanghe Yangtze Kiang, one of the main river valley of the China. So they widely cultivated because of the alluvial soil, because of the, you can see the because of the black soil, they can do this agriculture. Okay, then if you compare with the Japan, so Japan is the food crop is the staple food is also Japan, and it is grown of the, because Japan take also fish, and with the fish they can also take this rice. Okay, like Bengalis somehow you can say, and highest production of the rice food you can say the fish in the world, it is Japan. Okay, and they also intake the largest amount of the huge amount of the fish per day, 7 kg. Okay, per person they taking the food. You can see the fish. So fish, they are, according to their fish their main staple food. Rice the first prepared in the nursery and then transplanted. The process whatever we follow in the rural area in our country. Okay, this process also they use the wheel, paddle wheel, wheel trick and diesel pump. So these are the all about the situation of the rice cultivation all over the Japan. Next come to, if you want to discuss, that is the wheat. This is also a staple food. Perhaps you can see temperature between that 15. This is actually the rabi crop. Perhaps you can know 10 to 15 degrees centigrade, 21 to 26 degrees centigrade in the ripening time. I do the bright sunshine. So rainfall is around, moderate rainfall is needed, 75 to 100 centimeter rainfall. Soil will drained, fertile, roomy, and the clay soil and the Ganga Satluj. You can see the this area is very very suitable, and the black soil of the Deccan Plateau also suitable for the wheat cultivation. Topmost you can say perhaps you can say UP, then Punjab, then Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, and Rajasthan. So these are the states. India is the second largest producer of the wheat after the China. So in this position we are also a little bit behind from the China actually. Okay, China is the first position, we are the second position in the same case of the wheat also, rice also. Okay, so this is the second most important, you can say, the crops, and then mainly you can see the food crops in the northern and northwestern India. Success of the Green Revolution contributed to the growth of the rabi crops and especially wheat. Macro management made of the agriculture, then the National Food Security Mission, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana are, you can see, also followed in India to develop. Then come to the area. Perhaps you can see in my background I wanted to show that some of the states there, you can see the UP is the highest production producer, Madhya Pradesh, then Punjab, Haryana. So these are the main area. Then some portion of the Gujarat and Rajasthan, and some portion of the, you can say, the Bihar. So these are the main 3 to 5 states. They are the huge production of the wheat. That UP is the highest position, then come to Punjab, Haryana, then the Madhya Pradesh and Bihar, and followed by the, you can say the states of the Gujarat, and you can see the Rajasthan. Okay, and Maharashtra, they are a little bit, because they started this type of agriculture on the black soil as well. Okay, Karnataka, then come to the Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Assam. Also this area also production of the wheat also going on. Okay, so this is the main thing, you can say, the production. So if you want to discuss about the wheat occupied the area, you can do the 97.46 lakh of hectare of land. Okay, so there we can do our agriculture. UP, then the Punjab is the, UP is the first position, remember it, UP is the first position, Punjab is the second position. Okay, Punjab, then come to Madhya Pradesh is the third position, Haryana is the fourth, and Rajasthan is the fifth position. Up to the fifth position you just memorize and use this data while you are writing the answer. Okay, if the question come right about the wheat cultivation at their status in India, so that time you can make it sure. Okay, if you want to compare, so we always try to compare with the China. Okay, China is our neighboring country, and production is also high. You can say that in the world production, it is the some of the Huanghe Valley. Okay, then come to Santang Peninsula, lowest plain of the one of the greatest plain which are found in the China. Okay, that is carried a lot of sediments from the desert area to that area, in the lowest area or the lowest land, and they can cultivate this type of, you can say, the wheat. Okay, so this thing, Manchuria, one of the very very famous place of the China, there they can also practice. Okay, these are the main thing we have to understand over here. Okay, so these are the main thing. If we compare with the Pakistan, because Pakistan also not a major producer of the wheat in the world, but the contributes the 3% of the wheat. So this is our neighboring country. So it is the major food of the Pakistan and staple food of the Pakistan as well, like India, and which is the rabi crop for the Pakistan also. Okay, so that's why. So this is all about this chapter that we can study a lot about this. So these are the food crops. That is the food crops, the rice and wheat. Perhaps you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching this video.